Hi everyone, this is Marianne here from Revealing Light, Astrology, Tarot, Spirituality. I'm here to look at Putin up close, well not too close, over the next 4 weeks of October or in the month of October. Because he's given this fairly, some people describe him acting like a madman type speech in which he has intimated, implied that he would really stop at nothing to defend Russia from, I don't know who is threatening Russia's survival, given he has launched the invasion into Ukraine in February. But he said he would use nuclear weapons if he had to. So we've got that. I mean, many experts are seeing that as a threat. Directed at the West to say, don't give Ukraine certain type of weapons because this person might use a nuclear weapon and then we're all going to suffer from that. And of course, this coincides with the mobilization of citizens of Russia, conscription. We've all seen the photos and imagery of the mass exodus of young people out of Russia to neighbouring states and countries, and many joke about it, say that this is the first time a country has gone to war and mobilised their army, and the army's running, or the conscripts are running away from the country so as not to defend it. But there you have it. That's the difference between Ukraine and Russia. Zelensky and his Ukrainian army, who are willing to give their lives to defend their country, and Vladimir Putin's Russia. As I said in my last reading, it was all okay with the Russians so long as they didn't have to pay too high a price. Now it's getting a bit too close for comfort. So we're going to look at Putin in the next 4 weeks, or Putin in October. I'm using my Black and Gold Tarot and also the Golden Universal Tarot, and I've broken out the Mother Piece Tarot as well for the end, just in case it's a bit bleak and we need a bit of an uplift in the cards. So we'll use the Black and Gold as the base cards. We'll draw 4 cards, one for each week of October. I'll just get that shuffled up a bit. Sorry. Okay. Putin for the next 4 weeks, please. I want 4 cards. Let's tune into him clairvoyantly, clairaudiently, activating the clairs. I don't know where he is at the moment, but I'm kind of seeing like somebody did say he actually escaped to, is it a forest? Because I'm seeing sort of like a structure, it's a structure that goes like that, and somebody sitting within that structure, almost like they are hiding. And that's a worry in itself, because I don't put it past him to trigger, use a nuclear weapon on Ukraine, or have some kind of terrible ace up his sleeve. All right, is this Putin there? No, there's trapdoors, bunkers, but a bunker-like situation. Of course, we know who went into the bunker at the end of World War II, and that was Hitler. So, he is very, very, very acutely paranoid that there will be an attempt on his life. And he really is. That's why he's appearing in those speeches almost like a madman. It's a do or die for him. There's no way back from this. All right, so Putin over the next 4 weeks, please. 1 card for each week. 1 card, please, Spirit. Show me clearly, please. Show my viewers clearly. Putin in October. I'm getting the 10 of Swords as well, that image, that terrible image. So let's, I always need the calendar for this one. I remember back when the ex-president was president, and I I used to do him month by month as well, because he was such an acute threat. So let's go to October. So we'll have the week beginning basically the 3rd or the 2nd or 3rd of October. Then we will have the week beginning the 9th of October, the week beginning the 16th, and the week beginning the 23rd. I'm just going to pull one for 30 and 31st. I'll put it over to one side. Okay. Let's bring the laptop down and see what we've got. So we have here week beginning the 2nd of October. We've got cups, families, Russian people, 10 cups here, children, families, 2nd. Week beginning the 9th. Okay, so now I'm seeing already a pattern here of him having to defend himself, particularly week beginning the 9th, standing his ground, but there are so many things coming at him, having to defend himself as well. Let's see, week beginning the 16th. The Ace of Swords, that's the truth emerging, clarity, the truth, some kind of new plan or strategy. Week beginning the 16th. Look for him to make a move, some kind of new move. Week beginning the 16th, sorry. And week beginning the 23rd, we get the Queen of Swords. This, whatever he does here in the 16th, somebody answers him on the 23rd. This could be the EU as well. He has some kind of, now we know Nord Stream, I think it's 1, his gas pipeline under the sea around the Scandinavian countries looks like an act of sabotage. They basically blew them up. Many are saying that is Russia. It was not pumping gas out because basically Putin cut them off. My feeling there is he's trying to destroy some infrastructure. So October's a critical month here. I won't sugarcoat that. He has something, the ace, up his sleeve, and we all need to be a bit concerned about that. Week beginning the 30th and 31st, we've got endings and beginnings. We've got world stuff here. I'm going to pull one more for the first week in November because that's a little bit of a concerning card. We've got endings and beginnings here, giving and receiving help. First week of November. Pretty much there's some kind of oh, God, what's he got? All right, let's do some clarifications here and try and get a handle straight up on what the hell is going on here. So here we have our October, the end of October and into November. Show me what's happening here with this 10 of Cups. To me, that speaks of mobilization, but it's also the people of Russia. It's like this beautiful scene. Everything was going okay. The families were, the motherland. They could ignore Putin to a certain degree. He could also be worried about his own family, and that might be why I saw like a camouflage in the forest type setup here, a hideout. He could have taken his family there. All right, let's see. 10 of Cups. What's this 10 of Cups for the week beginning the 2nd of October? Okay, so we get the world card here. Hang on, I'll turn those upside down. The end of peace. Okay, the end of peace for Russians. The 2nd, the end of peace. And in a way, whatever he's going to do in October concerns us all. I know what you're thinking, but let's just wait and see how this pans out. To me, that says the ending of the peace that Russians knew. And we've got the 10 of Pentacles, something around, I don't know, it's this 2nd of October week could spell huge financial problems, not just for Russia, but for the world. It's like, bang, something kind of gives way. he could make a move on savings, on Russian savings in some way. There's something here around money, and then we've got the Knight of Swords here. This is the army, so he could be taking, and the Ace of Cups, overflowing emotions. He could, this is really, really toxic energy here. Promising this new start, but putting his foot down, the King of Wands, calling people to arms, a new day for Russia. I also see Ukraine here and Zelensky, who's I really do think is one of the greatest wartime leaders in modern history, and history will prove that or bear that out. This week beginning the 2nd, it's all about Russians. It's all about their peace coming to an end. He makes some kind of move around Russia's finances to finance war. So Russians could find, I don't know, will we know about it? Things that they expect to be there for them are diverted to fund this war. He's really digging himself into a grave, and in a way, the World card coming, which it also comes at the end of October, is really signifying that he's not going to come back from this. Doesn't matter which way he turns. This is the end, or the beginning. I won't say it's the beginning, because I think February of this year was the beginning of the end for Vladimir Putin. All right, let's move to the 9th. This is defending himself. He's facing a real uprising in Russia. I read on the future of Russia a couple of years ago. I said there would be a revolution, another revolution in Russia. I think we're seeing the beginnings of that as well. Okay, so this will be one of his legacies he's given. He's given Russians enough of a reason to begin a revolution against him. All right. It's like very Stalin-esque, isn't it? All right, week beginning the 9th, this 7 of Wands, having to defend himself. This card's interesting because, yes, this person is standing his ground, but he's sort of really outnumbered. And there's a lesson around when the cards aren't in your favour, when you've peeved everybody off to the everybody off to the extent that you really don't have a lot of allies around you. 7 of Wands. What is this 7 of Wands? Week beginning the 9th. Can you show me what this 7 of Wands is? He's diverting funds, certainly on the 2nd. I could even freeze oligarchs' funds as well. So here we go, double validation, 78 cards in the tarot, and we get the 2 7s. So the week beginning the 9th, he better watch himself, because he's got a lot coming at him. There are multiple attacks within Russia, again, major infrastructure. We know this is coming from a Russian resistance that want to see the end of him. We know he's being attacked. Now I know he's being attacked by the oligarchs. He needs to watch his back, because the oligarchs are... He freezes something in response to the uprising. He freezes some kind of financial flow to the Russian people. It's like he's almost turning against them. Okay, so we have here the 3 of Pentacles, third party working together for what? Okay, so now we have the 8 of Wands here. I think you'll start to see the effects. It's those cluster bombs, isn't it, that go through the air and break up into, shrapnel. You're going to see some pretty heavy bombing the week beginning the 9th, and that the army trying to move forward. And we've also got manifestation, but trickster manipulation. He's going to, Ukraine, if you're listening, he's going to almost put a ruse out there that they will go a certain way and they actually come another way. Six of Swords. That's travel and relocation. He's moving. His army's on the move, particularly that week, beginning the 9th. And Ukraine needs to watch that they don't enter another way. I'm getting a pull toward Belarus. Belarus, Ukraine, if you're listening. I can do more of these readings if it's helpful. Okay, let's look at the week beginning the 16th. Sometimes levity is the only thing that stops you being sucked down into that whirlpool of tragedy and despicability, if there's such a word. 16th, let's see what this ace is that he's got up his sleeve, week beginning the 16th. Week beginning the 16th. Yeah, they got to watch, in that second week, they got to watch him coming another way. And the renewed bomb, it's an all-out offensive. Oh dear. Okay, Ace of Wands. Ace of Swords, please. What's this Ace of Swords? Week beginning the 16th. Week beginning the 16th. What is this Ace of Swords, please? Okay, so we have here the 10 of, that's good. His plan or his strategy doesn't go so well. 10 of Wands, he's carrying a lot of baggage in terms of whatever this plan or strategy is. It doesn't quite work out for him. The 9 of Pentacles, money. I think he's having real supply problems. It's one thing to mobilise, but it's another thing to feed the army. And we've got the 4 of Wands, reunifications, families. I think you're going to see, this is the week you're going to see a lot of Russian defectors. And the Queen of Cups, something to be revealed. It's sort of like Cancerian energy. Yes, yeah, they're gonna defect. A lot of that army, not a lot, but that's the week. Because he can't supply them with something, that's logistics, weapons, whatever. That's the week you start to see a bit of a turnaround. His plans kind of run a bit amok because he's kind of like acting with rage, and the strategy, this new start, is just not quite there. So the third week, you could see plans not going according to plan. Let's take a look at this Queen of Swords. The week beginning the 23rd. This is a turnaround week. I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure why she's here. It's around planning, strategy, logic. Queen of Swords. It is Libra energy. Show me why the Queen of Swords is here, week beginning the 23rd. This is why Putin's so dangerous, because it's almost like what he's doing is doomed to fail. The Hierophant card, there's a greater hierarchy here. I think this is also, we can expect to hear about war crimes, week beginning the 23rd, condemnation. The EU might come out and I don't know, yeah, there's lies, deceit here, someone being deceived, and a lot of regret. Wow. This could be the woman also that I'm feeling is instrumental in helping remove him. There's government or courts here, religion, being deceived, walking to their death, thinking that they would be victorious, but of course it's not going to plan. He's condemned for something that he does. in that week beginning the 23rd, internationally condemned. And we have here the Page of Pentacles. More sanctions. They're going to put more sanctions on him week beginning, or start talking about that week beginning the 23rd. They basically could start blocking Russians going into the EU countries. I'm just going to throw it out there because I'm getting this kind of Clair sentience. Do Russians make an attack, some kind of attack in Europe here? Some kind of clandestine attack? This is the card that bothers me on the 30th, week beginning the 30th. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot. Now, remembering that reparation money is coming to Ukraine, they can buy their own weaponry. I think it's frozen Russian money is given to Ukraine as reparations for what Russia has done to their country, the greed in which they thought they would just take it. Same as China just wants to take Taiwan. All right, it's greed. These people thrive under a democratic system, and the dictator wants to take the spoils of that democracy. The World card, 30th, week beginning the 30th. Why is the World card here? Endings and beginnings. Something comes to an end at the 30th, and I'm not getting a bad feeling here. I'm feeling like what he's done through the month of October hasn't really panned out. You know, it's like that didn't go so well for you. But that's, of course, when he's the most desperate. We've got the Page of Cups here, something coming out of left field, and judgment and inevitability. What is an inevitability? An ending of something. Yeah, that's the week that we've got to watch for, that he does something that is really not good, or tries to. But we've got here the Emperor. Yeah, the Emperor and his control, to try and retain some sort of control. We have the King of Cups here. This is really solid American and world involvement. Okay. Hang on to your seats. I'm not saying he's going to launch a nuclear attack, but he does something. He does something in which brings the world to attention in a bigger way than what they have done foreign. It might be he's mobilizing further foreign. No, these are attacks, a series of attacks. It's like sabotage. Yeah, sabotage, Queen of Cups. It still does. It's an inevitability that he's going to accelerate in whatever way he can. But in that last week, he's going to do something that brings not only the US but the international community together. And I'm not saying that is a nuclear weapon, but it's something pretty serious because it just doesn't go his way in October. What's this Six of Pentacles? I went ahead to the first week in November. Loans, debts, people needing help, monetary wise, in every other way as well. What's this Six of Pentacles? So we have here the Nine of Swords. It's for him. There's a lot of anxiety here around money, money within Russia. We might see an absolute breaking of their economy. We've got the Family card here. Yeah, and moving forward with less. It's a shock event to do with money. But I also get the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Swords and Strength. He is going to bring in other countries that are his supposed allies into the fray. And we've got this terrible, terrible Seven of Swords energy, a deception, a great lie. But we also have the Star. So when I said others will get involved, does this mean that they are able to avert disaster? I'm just going to ask straight out. I avoid it, but I'm going to ask. Does he fire off a nuclear weapon? Does he fire off nuclear or another devastating weapon? What would it be? Let's just see. Does he fire off a nuclear weapon at the end of the month that calls everybody to attention? Intervene. What does he do? Okay, so does he fire a nuclear weapon on Ukraine at the end of October, or any time really? Does he fire a nuclear weapon at Ukraine? So we have here the Six of Cups, the past. We've also got my card for Biden as well, the King of Cups, maturity, and we've got the Hierophant card, having faith. Yeah, whatever he does, I think it's like a... Now, there is the High Priestess here in crowning this. I want to tell you that whatever happens, he gets restricted. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And we've got a new start, a new way forward. I don't think that he's ultimately all that successful. I don't think it gets to that point. And I told you I saw the Ten of Swords and isolation. I'm pretty sure someone around him, because if he did anything nuclear, it would affect Russia as well. Someone around him maybe even stops him from doing something like that. But he does. It's something else. It's these clandestine attacks in Europe and other places, but it's also something else. Does he blow up the nuclear reactor? It'd be more like something like that. Does he blow up the nuclear reactor? Does he blow up that nuclear reactor? Ooh, does he blow up the nuclear reactor? Okay, so we've got a no card. I'm pleased to see that. But that's what I saw in my mind's eye, the Four of Swords. It's a retreat card. And we've got the Three of Wands here. Something about foreign, about the sea. So he could start... What's he doing with the seas? Okay, he could be... Five of Pentacles. That is a money loss. A lot of refugees, the World card in the past, what's in the sky, pausing, suspending something. We've got this Ace of Swords in the near future. If he's going to do anything, I'll pull a full Celtic cross. It'll be more likely to do with that reactor. Five of Cups, loss, partnerships, commitments, more get involved. Possibly even Serbia. It brings in more countries here that go in and help him. We do have a new start here, the outcome card, but we've got delusion over how his new start would go. And we've got the King of Swords, Zelensky, and wish fulfillment. Okay, he offers something, but it's a lie. Then we have the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups and the abuse of power. He's going to create mass movement. He's really going to try and decimate Ukraine with this aerial bombing. All right, I'm going to say, if anything, it's that nuclear reactor. Like I've always said, hey, folks, if you're listening, international community, there's every possibility that that's what he would do, just sabotage it and blame it on Ukraine. Nothing to see here from the Russians. It's more likely something like that. But the world does become involved. So, I'd like to say I'm always going to finish with hope that disaster is averted. All right, let's see something from the mother piece. Are we going to eventually see the end of Putin and the end of this war? Is it going to be okay? October's, a really critical month. Are we going to see the end of Putin and the end of this Ukrainian invasion? Really turn the world upside down. The Ace of Pentacles. Really one of that and COVID is what's responsible for this downturn in money. We've got the Eight of these recession-like conditions. The Eight of Pentacles, work and skill. And we've got the Four of Cups. So we have disappointment, but one cup remaining. We've got the Ten of Cups. So this is really what we all want. We want peace. We want peace for ourselves and peace for our families. And that's why Putin won't survive, nor people like him. We've got the Hierophant card, the world stepping in, and the Ace of Cups, a new start. So whatever terrible thing he has in mind, the world mobilises as a result. And we've got the Ten of Swords. We've got his downfall at the base of the pack. His that's the Death card for him. The Sun card and the Two of Cups coming from someone around him, someone close to him. And the Six of Cups, somebody that's been close to him in the past. The oligarchs the oligarchs are not happy, let's just put it that way. And some of those oligarchs are in the FSB or the military. This is a very corrupt regime. That's Putin in October. It ultimately is not going to go well for him, but what the world needs to understand, they need to try and avert that ace that he has up his sleeve, which I think has to do with that nuclear plant. Okay, bye for now.